All right, guys, Blitz World Series action coming at you here. Pro Division. You guys know. You've seen the title. You've been here. You know what's going on. We got the championship. It's the finals. We got Latof, the Deso King, in yellow on the bottom side out of Kuwait, facing off versus Luke, the Jedi, in red out of the US of A on the top side. Now, these guys came through. Luke won his way through the prelims, taking down Sword and Marsh. Now in the semifinals, he took down Marco. Now he's in the championship. Latof taking down Kian. Here we are. Luke's first championship debut. Latof, of course, with one win on the Mummy map. Both these guys certainly have been proven themselves, and decisive victories. Luke taking down Marco very nicely. Pretty decisive victory there. And Latof 3-0ing the Octo Kid.
Yeah,
very tough as well.
That was definitely my fault.
What was my fault? Latof versus Latof? Oh! Latof! Sorry, we can fix that. We can fix that. I got this. It's Luke. Not in the championship. Not in the championship. All right, it's been fixed. We got Luke in red. We got Latof in yellow. Now, this one is going to be best of 7, so we start off mirrored, and then swap into the final point. I'm hungry for a barn burner, man. I'm hungry for a barn burner. We've seen this map play pretty...
I blame Snark.
Are we blaming Snark? Yeah, I'm going to blame Snark. Yeah, you know, the demo trucks have definitely got some stuff done. It's so important that the players keep an eye on it. And in both those games, ultimately, that's what took down Marco. Marco, you know, doesn't play a lot of quick match, doesn't get as many reps in on the map as some of these other top-level players, relying on kind of his foundational skill set of being the best player in the world. And ultimately, I think his lack of reps on the map cost him. You know, he saw the demo truck do devastating damage to him in a couple different points. So, Latof and Luke, how are you guys feeling about it? 70% of you on... Okay. All right, wait, I missed that. 70%. 70% on Latof, feeling like the Deso King has it. The Deso King right now, we do have an ELO rating for Blitz based on quick match games, and Latof does have the highest ELO rating at 2200. He's a Blitz machine. He plays it a lot. He knows it. Luke's looking tough, though. If there's anyone who can give an upset, I mean, obviously we had a lot of Luke doubters earlier today when he played Marsh. He proved us, when he played Marco, he proved us wrong. Anything could happen. I'm excited. We do have the chat box turned off because the Twitchers are arguing about irrelevant things, or at least they were before. So the chat box is in timeout. So all you YouTubers in later times can catch this bicker-free stream. Demo truck on the left side is drone. Demo truck on the right side, will it get some of that fodder? And not much of a hit there. Both demo trucks not doing too much here. Soviet versus Soviet, both players massing the wars, massing the rhinos, massing the fodder. We're not seeing any radar. Oh yeah, we do see. Okay, so Latof does have his radar out, and that's why you'll see him one war factory behind here. And Luke goes for a push, and that Desolator's going to cut him off now. The Desolator from Latof on the backside. Keep an eye on those Desolators. They're going to cut off Luke's retreat. Luke might now be committed to this attack that he didn't want to be in. Oh, the Desolators get rerouted a little bit. Obviously, the idea there was to get the Desolators behind, cut off the retreat. Easier said than done when you're trying to micro your fodder, your tanks, lay sentry guns. Drones now out from Luke to deal with those Desolators. Luke over to his own radar as Latof goes Battle Lab, and a Kirov out. I don't think we saw any Kirovs the last 2 games, which was interesting. I think the pro players may be favoring getting those Dreadnoughts out or getting the aircraft carriers, obviously. Iron Curtain now for Latof. Luke dead broke. He's going to try to use this. He might try to use this. Yes, I thought he might try to drop a few bombs on the tanks. So Latof slowing things down here. He's got a massive tech advantage. Luke's economy, I don't know where his build went wrong, but this is not where he wanted to be right now. He is dead broke. Iron Curtain disadvantage, tech disadvantage, and not really much of a tank advantage, to be honest. Kirov grabs a war factory. Decent value there. Dreadnought out. It will get one... No, it's not going to get any shots off. Yeah, and so, yeah, Luke usually, prides himself as being kind of more of a builder, someone who's going to sit back, bring it to a mid-game, get a good economy underneath him. But, we saw in his Marco game, he had 2 points that he won in the first 90 seconds. So maybe Luke knows that if he sits back and builds against these guys that are higher rated, they'll eventually break him down. So maybe Luke feels like being aggressive, trying to not play their game, is the idea here. Oh, that Battle Lab looking juicy. Yep, that's going to go down. Dreadnought for a Battle Lab. Ooh, but the Kirov out just in time before he lost that Battle Lab. Meta, greetings from Argentina. Thanks for joining the stream, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, Latof definitely comfortable playing both sides of the map, but it's a little bit interesting on these small maps. You know, if both players don't split their units up and you play one side, it can be difficult to be the first player to do that. Sometimes you can get rolled through. Now, Latof forced to split up as Luke has one army defending, one army attacking. Kirov coming around the backside. A lot of weird stuff happening right now. Oh, and a big force shield does save those oils. Iron Curtain on the top side. Oh, that oil's going to be juicy. That'll take the MCV. That'll take the MCV. Oh, he's not repairing it. Oh, he saved that oil. That oil would have taken the MCV. Nuclear reactor top right does go down. Now going right for the Iron Curtain uncontested. Oh, it did. Wait, what did... Oh, that was the demo truck bottom left? Oh my god. This map is just... Usually the map being slightly too big doesn't matter, but these guys have a stretch to our limits right now. Latof got a big hit there, but the nuclear reactor's back up. It's a lot of uncontested rhinos in the top middle. Kirov bottom right. There is some flak on it, though. I think Luke forgot about it. He's got more important things on the home front, including losing his MCV. MCV goes down. Latof pays a pretty high price for it, but it doesn't matter. Luke doesn't have anything to counterpunch with. Oil, okay, yeah, does save that oil by one tick again. Very, very nice. Nice save there from Latof. So now Latof knows he just has to hold the position. Yeah, was the stream lagging a little bit? I don't think it was lagging in the game. Or not much anyway. The flak tracks attacking the battle lab. Will they get it? How many flak tracks does it take to kill a battle lab? It's a fun experiment. The rhino's in as well. Yeah, so he's down in MCV, so every building he can get at this point will make a difference. Latof 32k, Luke 10k, so both with plenty of money. So taking out that battle lab's nice. Now no dreadnoughts. Iron Curtain now from Latof. What's the target here? Probably the nuclear reactor. Put him low power. Luke heads downfield here, finds a lot of sentry guns. That Kirov's out. Latof a little slow to respond on the anti-air. Then grabs a war factory. So flak cannons, no flak tracks. This Kirov's going to get some stuff done. Now half health. We'll get at least one war factory here. Oh yeah, it is a little choppy. We are getting a little bit of lag here. Alright, so Latof up in IC, up in MCV. Pretty much everything going for him in this position. Luke, I don't know. Luke building subs, maybe. Who knows? Luke does not quit out, though. And, you know, he's got power. He's got 3 war factories. Might as well make Latof convert the position. Demo trucks out. But, yeah, I mean, Latof's just going to wait for his Iron Curtains here. Soviet versus Soviet. Yeah, tough matchup here for Luke. Kind of an expected loss, I would say. But, yeah, best of 7, so the show is still going on. Plenty more action to come here. We'll see. AVA, I think Luke's going to give Latof a hard time. He obviously won his AVA versus Marco with that early Grizzly pressure, which was a bit unexpected, and played it really, really well. So Latof probably has that scouted. It'll be interesting to see how Latof handles that, that GI pressure. Okay, amphibious transports are now out for Luke. The amphibious transports are tanking. Tanking with amphibious transports. That is the new meta. Wow. That's OP. Just build more transports. The transports are, yeah, those are nice tanky units. I like that. Yeah, that's the new move. So Latof now downfield, going to take out the war factories. Luke's base is pretty spread out, which is going to slow this down a little bit. But yeah, now Luke down to his last war factory. Latof IC's backside to defend. That's the last war factory. Can he dive on it? Yeah, he needs to click down the tanks first. Transports are causing a lot of issues here, boys. Here's the thing, guys. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Deso bomb in the amphibious transport. Alright, guys, over to point number 2 now. Did a bunch of lag testing there. That's the beauty of YouTube. We just cut out that whole part. That 10 minutes of lag test, the YouTubers don't even know it was there. All right, we're doing it now. AVA, this is looking a little bit more smooth here. That last point wasn't too bad, though. So, Latof does have one on the board. It is best of 7. You guys on Twitch, I've already said it 5 times today, but I gotta say it once more. I gotta say it once more for the YouTubers. They're catching the videos separately. Gotta take care of the YouTubers. Blitz World Cup. Red Alert 2 World Cup. We got both of them. We're gonna have Blitz events. We're gonna have regular, standard Red Alert 2 events. Divisions for all different skill levels. We got 1v1, 2v2, 3v3. Maybe a 5v5. Maybe Berg will add that in. We'll see. But the World Cup, guys, in December, we're looking for players of all skill levels. You can sign up in my Discord. Sign-up's open for a few more days. RedAlert2.com to join the action. I hope to carry on my regular Red Alert 2 tournament that I'm going to do in December. I want to start doing that every month, so we'll have Blitz and regular events for people, which just more games, more people watching and playing Red Alert 2. That's what it's all about. Yeah, it's actually Yuri's Revenge. Red Alert 2 Yuri's Revenge. But yeah, it's going to be both. Gene, join the Discord. Join the Discord, but it'll be Blitz and non-Blitz. Should be lots of fun, and people will be scheduling their games at their own pace, so it's not like set days and times. Should be a lot more flexible for the players and myself, which will make it a little easier. I'm getting a little bit burnt out. This has been a busy year, a little too much streaming. My brain's melting a little bit, starting to lose my patience with things. You guys have seen me start to get a little bit irritable. Zed's questions, every time Zed asks a question, I just slowly lose a little bit more. But that's my own fault, spread myself too thin. So anyway, back to the game here. 3 Eagles in, do grab an AFC, but Luke ready with another one. Both players on double AFCs here. Yeah, don't want to lose. You don't want to be AFC-less. You don't want to not have an AFC. So both players have the 2 out. Will Luke be able to get down and repay the favor there and take one of Latof's? Latof coming back with another pack. And look at the sniper IFV across the water, thinning out the fodder. Another AFC goes down. Luke gets down and takes out one of Latof's AFCs. Both players doing a good job keeping those Eagles alive here. Demo trucks out. Demo trucks out. Ooh, and that sniper IFV on the left side gets it. So Latof gets both demo trucks. Luke's army eats a little splash damage on the left. Eagle takes the one out on the right. Nothing too crazy there. Both players down to 1 AFC and 4 Eagles. Economy's looking pretty smooth. Luke, 7K in the bank, a little bit more comfortable here. Latof just spending a little bit more money, but quite a few more Patriot missiles, which can be nice. Zed, I said it was my fault. I said it was my fault, Zed. Sniper IFV goes elite. That could cause some problems here. We'll see what he does with that elite IFV. Takes down a couple Eagles there, but definitely still getting value. Latof now over to Battle Lab Tech. What is he doing? Attacking with the IFVs? Attacking with the Wait, what? What was that? Why did Luke just attack with his IFVs? That was weird. Battle Lab now for Latof. Double AFC. Luke's got a double AFC as well. Some pretty similar positions here. Latof now going to start massing Rockies. That was his only war factory. Oh, both players. It's just a mirrored match. You can watch either side of the map. The exact same things are happening. Oh, he dove on the elite IFV. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Sniper IFVs. So Rockies, Luke a little slower to start building the Rockies. He has 11K for here, and this is one of those situations where Luke has more money in the bank, but doesn't necessarily mean he's doing something better. It could be that Latof's just doing a better job spending his money. He does have a Rocky advantage here, tech advantage, more anti-air, more gap generators. So Latof less money saved up, but possibly a better position here. We'll see what Luke can get going. He's got a lot of money to do something with. Eagles in, grab a war factory, and again, that's Luke's only war factory, so gonna slow down the tank production a little bit here. 3 AFCs, no wars. It's the new meta, Berg. Take notes. Eagles coming in, and so now Latof is gapped up. This is gonna be a big issue for Luke. Luke's gonna he's gonna suicide on that oil. He will be able to get it. He should pull off that IFV. Oh, he did get it, but he got an elite IFV out of it. So AVA, these long games like this, you can only build 12 total oils per game. Not 12 at one time, 12 total oils. So every time you chip away at an oil, that can change. Oh, dives on the MCV, pays all of his Eagles for it, and Luke doesn't even flinch, doesn't even undeploy. Demo truck left side uncontested, he doesn't see it. It will grab a war factory. Oh, didn't get the war factory. So Luke is playing the long game here. He has taken more of Latof's oils, and if we do get into a late game, slow kind of AVA, which we have been seeing a lot in Blitz lately, it's very, very possible that, well, it's very possible that that Latof runs out of oils if Luke can keep chipping away right into the belly of the beast, grabs another oil, takes a War Factory. Yeah, Luke knows exactly what he's doing here. Luke currently has the longest Blitz game on record versus Artie. Artie, how long was that game? 23 minutes? Yeah, Luke definitely with the upper hand here. Well, there's these. He has a lot of mirages. He's ahead on the ground army, but I don't know if it's enough to attack. The oil hits that Latofs have been taking are going to really, really be tough late game, though. He's going to run out of oils to build, and he just hasn't really gotten that much offensive value. Now, Latof, I don't know. Latof could get some Prism tanks in this group and maybe make. It's tough though because the Rockies, you know, for the allied player to push, you really need IFVs and mirages, and it's tough. It's tough. The Rockies right now from Luke. Oh, and Luke does spend all that money he had saved up. I love the cruisers here. Make it much more difficult for Luke's Rocketeers to operate freely here in kind of the middle zone. Yeah, and he's going to go for more oils. Probably grab this one and take 2 with it. I'm surprised he didn't go for that, get a chain reaction. But just chipping away. And so Luke is broke now. And so Luke throwing all of his eagles. Oh, and here comes the attack. So this is going to be a little bit tricky. So Latof's going to use his cruisers to support his army. That's why he's attacking along the water here. So obviously Luke wants to throw his Rockies in here, but the cruisers could cause some issues. Naval Yard is going to go down here. Yeah, so both players, you guys can see the mini-map top right, it's pretty small. Both players pretty much fully gapped up at this point. Yeah, these AVAs, yeah, this map, it's funny, you know, this map at the lower levels, I don't know, it's kind of tricky. I'm not sure how much it is the map as also, I don't know, I feel like the meta for Blitz right now is just kind of evolving, just being a little bit more slower, particularly AVA. I don't know, because we saw it, like, even the Surge map was like the most open map we had. Still ended up being kind of some slow games at the top level. So I'm not exactly sure what to do about that. AVA, though, I think we've seen it on pretty much every map, just kind of how it goes. Oh, the crate on the right side bugged? Ah, interesting. I thought we fixed that. Huh, it's interesting. Grabs another oil, grabs a War Factory, and that's Latof's only War Factory. Oh, he's trying to suicide on that oil. Oh, that would have taken the Weather Storm. And Latof goes Weather Storm, definitely playing the long game here. And the one you don't see the Chronosphere. The only person to use the Chronosphere in AVA is Zed, and Zed's won a few games with it. You chrono a group of Prism tanks in the back of your base. Oh, the Rocky's going to dive on those Prism tanks, going to get a lot of value here. Oh, nope, we're forced to retreat. I didn't see the cruisers. Yeah, the chrono Prism tanks into the back of the enemy's base, it's pretty devastating. We've seen it win some games for Zed, and I think that's it. I don't know if anyone else has ever used it, to be honest. But the super weapon's nice here. The Weather Storm definitely going to come into play. About 1 minute on that Weather Storm. And the Weather Storm, yeah, Luke has a pretty good build here. It's pretty spread out with his oils. Ooh, nice force shield. Oh! Oh, the MCV almost just went down. The MCV almost just went down. No, there's not a timer. That timer in the bottom right is the crate timer. Or at least it should be. Wait. Is that the crate timer in the bottom right? Is that the crate timer in the bottom right? Now you're freaking me out, Valve. Well, either the game's going to end in 10 seconds or that's the crate timer. I think it's, I mean, alright, everyone cross your fingers. Everyone cross your fingers that the crates are about to spawn and the game doesn't end in 5 seconds. Nice. Okay, the game didn't end. Okay. Oh, the Rocketeers! Oh, the Rocketeers are feasting. The Weather Storm's coming, though. Can he get the Weather Storm? Does he target the Weather Storm? He's going to go for the oil. The Weather Storm's ready. He doesn't launch the Weather Storm. The Rockies are uncontested. Why are the Rocketeers? He doesn't have any mobile anti-air. Well, he's not. Latof not responding to this. didn't get the MCV, but got almost everything else. And now Latof's going to send it downfield. Yeah, and that's the problem. The gap generators do make it very, very tough. You got to think both players are probably out of oils. Latof definitely can't build more oils, and he's broke. So Latof's going to take the higher ground here with the Prism tanks. Good move. Try to get that higher, that more range. GI's on the low ground tanking, trying to pull some aggro here a little bit. And Latof, yeah, Latof just quits out. Yeah, the AVA is being a little campy. You know, you guys know my thing. Obviously, I'm go, go, go. You know, for those of you guys who watch traditional Red Alert 2 stuff, regular games, it's very common. Sorry. It's very common to see like traditional pro games being played best of 13, best of 15, you know, these long kind of multi-hour events. Generally, you know, obviously I'm doing best of 5s. I like the quick stuff. You know, the maps are smaller. Obviously, that's the whole idea. So you guys know me. I'm a go, go, go kind of guy. The AVAs playing slow like that, my natural inclination is to like hate them and try to fix them. But I don't know. They're actually kind of growing on me. Like, there's that kind of slow mid-game staring contest, but there's always a crescendo. There is always kind of a fun ending. So I don't know, a little bit of a downtime, give everyone a chance to refill their popcorn. I suppose isn't the end of the world, but a map that plays very campy with all factions obviously is not ideal. And I'm not sure. I think these mesas could be creating some issues. I think maybe the mesas should be moved in more so that players have to build outside of them. Right now, players can kind of tuck between these bottlenecks and kind of force a slower game. Anyway, it's really, really hard to say because sometimes the meta for the game just shifts a little bit. It could just be right now that maybe playing slow, teching up, camping is better in Blitz. You know, the starting oils that we've added in definitely give you more money early on to spam sentry guns, to spam pillboxes. There's a lot of different considerations on the game design aspect, but World Cup will be fun in December. We're going to be playing the top 5 Blitz maps, so it'll be five existing maps, no new map in December, and we've never done Blitz like that before, so it'll be fun to see who can play the most maps the best. This is a lot of rhinos here. The GIs are not in position to help. Luke is going to need to bait some buildings, spam some pillboxes, and hope he gets lucky here. He's out with IFVs, which is not what he wants right now. Sniper's not going to help the cause. Way too many rhinos. Big miscalculation there from Luke. He was going IFVs, Battle Labs, Eagles. Needed to play that a lot slower. Maybe use the GIs defensively, spam a lot of pillboxes. But yeah, you give the Deso King a batch of rhinos like that early on, and things can be very, very scary. So that another quick one there going to Latof. That game was about 15 minutes shorter than the last one. So now Latof with Allied, and you know, if the mirror matches switch, right, if it goes mirror mirror, then you only have to win your preferred faction in the swap games, and then you can get to the final game. So Latof now, you know, winning his Soviet game, obviously very comfortable for him. He can afford to lose his Allied look if he if he does. It's not the end of the world, obviously. Obviously, you want to win as many as you can, though. Now, Luke with Soviet. We have seen Luke running and gunning today in his games versus Marco. Some very, very aggressive looks, and it's possible he's going to be doing the same thing here. I mean, all of the Blitz maps are in that way very, early on. We've seen, it's like sometimes the camp works, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, these positions early on are very difficult to defend because ultimately there are 4 openings, and for your opponent to fully clog them all up early on is a bit difficult. And we've seen Luke, break the line against Marco in 2 games with very, very early pressure from both Allied and Soviet looks. So yeah, that's what we're going to see here from Luke, I think, as well. So 3 oils now into a second War Factory, I think, from Luke. And yeah, he's going to head right downfield. GIs now from Latof to defend. And yeah, that last game, a couple miscalculations there, but a big one, obviously, those GIs not getting any value. Now, using the GIs defensively makes sense. It's a good move. The other option, though, we've talked about the GI rush, not necessarily to win the game, but to put the action on the other side, player's side of the map. And Luke's GIs kind of just got out of position, went AFK, and Latof was able to blow through. Luke obviously wants to pay back that favor, but a little bit easier said than done. Latof defending himself a little bit better here. A lot of Grizzlies, nice pillboxes, and Luke without fodder is going to pull back now. Yeah, it's definitely, yeah, opening a batch of GIs, whether defensively or offensively, is definitely, definitely, especially now, you know, for a while, Blitz didn't have a starting oil. Now all the maps have one starting oil. Really changes what you can do early game, but it does ultimately give us more action early on. Ooh, and he's going to push in here. What? Luke. There's no way. I mean, I make those calculations wrong often. I overestimate how strong Grizzlies are, but into pillboxes and GIs, that certainly wasn't the move. Ooh, but Luke playing both demo trucks nicely here. Latof does see him and is countering. Left side, nothing gets done. Right side, ooh, that'll be some nice splash damage. So those Grizzlies are getting a little bit weaker, and now the Prism Tower's out from Latof, looking to slow things down here. And that's the one thing to remember, too, when we talk about camping and playing slow. Ultimately, that's what Allied has to do. I mean, Allied can't just go toe-to-toe and storm down the field with Grizzlies. They do have to try to slow things down. That's the whole name of the game for them. So at some point, if you make a map that's not campy, a wide-open map, we end up with a map like Surge, where Allied is essentially unplayable. So straddling that line when it comes to map design, always a big consideration, but it's tricky trying to straddle the making it Allied friendly while also not radically encouraging players to camp. Latof tucking in nicely here. Defenses on both sides. Eagles out. Eagles can start going to work here. Does need another AFC. Wants to get that 5th Eagle in the sky. Already at the 4-minute mark. Spending his money on defenses. Doesn't really have the money to go to Eagles yet. Those Rhinos on the left side are not going to find a way through. Oh, but the Rhinos on the right side do skirt around. Oh, but completely swarmed by that army. And Latof is not gapped up right now, so Luke knows what he's going into. The GGI is doing some damage on the retreat, and Luke was able to skirt around and bring those Rhinos home. Now gearing up, more Rhinos, reinforcements. Battle Lab top right does go down, and Luke gonna fall behind here on this battle. The Mirage is just melting those Rhinos. Luke now with no Rhinos on the field, switching back to Rhinos. He was building flak tracks. So yeah, Mirage is now attacking. Now the Mirages won't be able to do much damage into sentry guns or buildings. Not a great attacking force, but going to give the Rhinos a lot of trouble here. Let's see another sentry gun from Luke. Luke on 6K. Now, Latof held that attack well. Latof doesn't really have anything to counterpunch. But so Luke, I mean, it's pretty rare to lose your whole army and not, you know, lose the game because of it. But yeah, Luke's certainly going to stay alive here, gear up another batch. The question is, how do you crack the shell? Now, obviously, tech being huge here for the Soviet player. The problem is these Eagles. The Eagles from Latof are going to be looking to control that battle lab. Demo truck on the left side. Neither demo truck should be getting too much done here. Both players now in the water. And the aircraft carrier and the Iron Curtain he builds as far away as possible. Iron Curtain, no anti-air though. Luke doesn't really have the anti-air to deal with the Eagles, but Latof only has 3 Eagles, so maybe it's not that big of a deal. Luke again going to try to pummel through with Soviet, but clicking right into those Mirages. The Prism Tower, he clears the way. The Kirov's coming through. Finally, Luke gets a little bit of room here. He's now going to target the Patriot missiles to try to support that. Kirov does get the War Factory, another one right behind it. I feel like that's kind of a flex, right? Your opponent destroys a War Factory, you build another one right there. Rhinos, yeah, and again, Luke doesn't want to make the same mistake. Caught behind enemy lines again, pulling back here. There's too many snipers out, so Luke can't really get fodder. Fodder in this position would be really nice versus the Prism Towers. Yeah, AVS, yeah, that's a good point, Ed. You know, Latof does a good job of staying alive early on, getting over to tech, but then he defends himself, but he doesn't really counterpunch. He doesn't really have an offense, so he needs to get some Prism tanks out here if he wants to get an offense going. Luke spreading out the Kirovs, and Latof not using his Eagles. So Latof defending incredibly well, but essentially no offensive presence in this game. So Luke now going to try to support these Kirovs a little bit, try to pick off a couple IFVs. He uses the Iron Curtain, now going to go right at the Mirages. Kirov on the right side, not going to get much done. Nice Iron Curtain. Latof choosing to engage head on with them. He's clicking down those Mirages. It's a lot of Mirages though. The Iron Curtain goes off. He now is now forced to pull back. Luke with a couple Dreadnoughts. Ooh, and the Mirage is going to dive on those Dreadnoughts. And again, yeah, Yeah, Latof going to do some work here, and Desolator's coming from Luke. The Dreadnoughts trying to defend themselves. No snipers, so the Mirages will be forced to pull back. Yeah, Latof needs to get the Eagles going. Latof now on 8K, no Rockies, no Eagles. Obviously, he's a traditional Soviet player, and yeah, he's playing the don't die strategy, but not much of an offense from Latof yet. Giving Luke a lot of time to try to find openings here. Mirage is back down to take out the Dreadnoughts. The Mirages are just so scary here. Desolators! Oh, Latof a little bit slow. Doesn't get much out of that. How do you crack the shell? How do you crack the shell? The Iron Curtain's a good way to start. 4 tanks in that Iron Curtain. Going to go right at the Mirages again. See what these Dreadnoughts can get done. The Sniper IFVs feasting on Desolators. And this is quite the back and forth, boys. Oh, the Elite IFV in the belly of the beast. The Elite IFV. The Battle Lab goes down. Elite IFVs are hilarious, man. I don't think Luke's going to find a way to crack the shell here. It's a lot of Mirages. But with that being said, if Latof never switches to Prism Tanks, this game could never end. This game could never end. Yeah, the nuke. Oh, a Weather Storm. So that was Latof's plan all along. Go Weather Storm. Sit back, build a Weather Storm. Yeah. Okay, now we know. Now we know. And these guys, you know, it's one thing when you're playing for fun. Oh, IFV on the backside. It's going to go for the... Oh my god, he's going to get the Iron Curtain. He's not repairing it. He's not repairing it. Oh my god. And the Elite IFV Sniper right here mowing down these Desolators. No anti-air in the group, so Luke's going to try bringing out Siege Choppers. Luke's Rhinos on the right side. Mirages reacting. Yeah, you got to think this one's wearing these guys out. This is going to be a long series, boys. Although, you know, you have a point like this, and the next point goes 30 seconds. That's the way it goes. It's too bad, you know, sometimes we do a best of 5 and it goes 10 minutes, and I'm like, damn. And then sometimes we do they want to have a series like this, I'm like, okay, best of 5 would have been fine. All right, and the Dreadnoughts being used defensively. The Mirages pounding through. It's difficult to appreciate how bad Mirages are at destroying buildings. They are terrible. But Luke is broke, so he's not really going to have much sentry gun support, which could really help in these positions. The Mirage is mowing him down. Going full offense. And Latof says, what are Prism Tanks? What are those for? Going on the offense with IFVs and Mirages, taking down the Dreadnoughts. Lightning Storm coming. Demo truck back right. Damn, that Lightning Storm didn't actually do that much. Oh my god. Oh my god. Millen with the follow. Thanks, buddy. Chrissy with the follow. Curdy with the follow. Did I thank any of you guys? Thanks for the follow, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
And you comrade joins us.
You guys are just in time to watch Mirages close out Luke's base. Now, oh, the Desolator. Oh, Desolator goes down. Okay, you gotta think that one's it. Luke will try to make this as difficult as possible, but that's gotta be the beginning of the end. Was there a V3 rocket? I missed it. We're getting real weird here today, boys. War Factory goes down. Come on, Mirages. Oh my god. Oh my god. Luke is so funny. Luke smokes it to the filter every game. He's still building subs. Latof up 3-1 now. Hey guys, here it is. Keep the energy going. Keep the PMA pants on. Positive mental attitude. The players are worn down. We're all getting a little fatigued here. The lag test in the middle of the series. We started the stream late, but here we are. It's match point. Latof has Soviet. If Latof can win this one, he will be taking home the crown, his second first place finish in a Blitz World Series event. Luke, first time here in the championship, his final debut in Blitz, debut in the finals. Not his final debut. He'll be back. The Jedi will be back. The question is, can he rally right now? We're either going to watch a 4-1 or we are going to watch an epic comeback. We'll see. We'll see. Strap in tight, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Luke with Allied. And the one thing I do, like, I like the Blitz, in Blitz, the fact that the factions are forced to switch, because you know Luke, that last point, was banging his keyboard and saying, oh my god, Allied is so OP, it's so easy to camp. And so now it's like, all right, your turn. Let's see it. Let's prove it. And Luke playing a very similar Allied, pillboxes in both bottlenecks on the right side, pillboxes and bottlenecks on the left side. Yeah, the mesas. So, you know, we may adjust this map. I do want this map to be in the World Cup in December, I think. But I'm going to adjust the mesas. We could just put them on hills. It's fun, though. Like, the tank engagements are cool. The way that they like, split. You can... It does create, like, interesting tactical decisions when you're attacking around them. But ultimately, it's a massive defensive advantage. We could just maybe do a hill with tech on top. Well, that wouldn't really be any different, would it? Yeah, it would be different, actually. Because then when the tech's destroyed... Anyway, we'll take a look at it. We'll get our best minds on it, don't worry. The mesas harm tank control? They reward expert tank control. They harm bad tank control. They reward precision. But ultimately, they do create... They definitely, by creating the two bottlenecks, definitely a big defensive advantage. But I know what you mean, Bert, because sometimes you click and they just go awry and they get confused. Okay, so nice split here from Latof. Rhinos on the left side, Rhinos on the right side. Luke commits all of his Grizzlies on the right side. Rhinos on the left side, uncontested, going to go for the AFC. The AFC's going down, and that's what you want to do on a map like this, guys. Don't attack from the spot they want you to attack from. If there's a Prism Tower here, you come here. You splits them up early on, spreads out Luke's defenses. Luke a little bit slow to counter the split, and Latof rewarded for it, taking down that AFC. And Latof back in again, and look at Latof. Latof in the zone right now. From the left side, from the right side. Like being in a knife fight with an octopus in a pitch black room right now. Can Luke hold the line? Can he hold the line? Or will he be going home? The second place finish, the bittersweet second place finish. Rhinos on the right side now uncontested, gonna grab an oil. Luke scrambling, he's out tanked on both sides. The dogs are coming out. Oh, I think this could be the beginning of the end, ladies and gentlemen. Could be the beginning of the end right here. Prism Tower's out. He's fully committing to the right side. And Luke not really splitting his Grizzlies. He can't really afford to split his Grizzlies. 4 Grizzlies on both sides would just die. So he's forced to kind of bounce back and forth. And look at this. Latof raining Rhinos downfield right now on 6 War Factories at the 3-minute mark. All gas, no brakes. War Factory, the right side goes down. AFC goes down. Oof, it's a lot of Rhinos, boys. Not looking good for the Jedi. Not looking good. Defensive paradrop. Oh, it does beat him back on the left side. Unfortunately, there's even more tanks on the right side. That paradrop actually getting some pretty good value there. The problem in these positions is, even if you hold, which he actually does... Oh my god, I would have quit like 5 minutes ago if I was Luke. So Luke holds the line by the skin of his teeth, still spamming defensive structures. But I don't know, the Rhino Storm's not ending anytime soon. 6 War Factories and 6k in the bank for Latof. GGI's going left. Grizzlies going left. 1 smoking pillbox on the right. He's going to dive on a War Factory. And Luke gets another barracks up. That's a big move here. The barracks is the juicer in this position. It does allow you to build pillboxes, which Luke is going to need about 15 more of them. He's going Prism Towers, actually. It can be a bit questionable. If he puts himself low power, he could be dead in the water here. I'd like to see a pillbox spam from Luke. Luke going broke, though, boys. If Luke had 50k, he'd be in a bad spot. With 1,500 in the bank, Luke's in a really, really, really rough spot here, and just forced to keep trying to rebuild his production buildings. Can't get his oils out that he needs. The Rhinos from the right, the Rhinos from the left. Demo truck on the right side grabs both barracks. The double barracks doesn't work if they're right by each other. That gets a demo truck. 1 War Factory, both literally and symbolically on fire. The GGIs, the GIs, the Rockies. And look at that Rhino Storm from Latof. Certainly proving that he deserves to be here. Very, very impressive game. And a very, very impressive showing from Latof as well, with the 4-1 victory for Latof, the Deso King. What a day to be alive. What a day to be alive.